What's really funny is like the beginnings of our Amazing Race training was kind of like the start of being in quarantine. We were away traveling at the time, and heard that we were cast on the show. So basically, a 2.5 month trip that we had planned got cut completely short. We were like, time to go home. We had to like cancel everything and come back home. And then as soon as we got home, like we had been working out, for, I don't know, kind of ongoing. But as soon as we came back with the mindset of like, we have to prepare ourselves really hard for this. So our training for the Amazing Race involved us doing like a lot of physical workouts and training with different trainers and activities, which is kind of like right now, I think part of what we wanted to do while we were in quarantine was to really make sure that we were like still physically really well. Like,
Welcome, Laura and Jackie. The guy that thinks for joining me today. The guy, I just want to get your thoughts on how you doing with the guy so far in this COVID-19. The one that's the isolation. Just how you doing with it right now?
yeah, I think sometimes those are better than others, obviously. I feel very fortunate and grateful to have our house and to have each other, to not be, completely isolated, and to have this opportunity to work on some things either at home or at work, which is really nice. But, there are some times where it can be pretty frustrating, to feel trapped and miss our families and our friends, and feel like we're not part of something bigger, like that the world is kind of small. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of said all of the same stuff that I would. But yeah, no, very, very grateful, but also obviously experiencing something that, me plus everybody else in the world has never experienced before. So kind of just going day by day and just trying to stay mindful and active and just, trying to be going day by day, basically.
Yeah, I think everybody is just the guy seeing what the next day will bring.
Exactly.
So, recently, you've been on Amazing Race before. I think in the previous chats we had offline, we had you discovered that. So just being in sort of one of the isolation, so I think that made you feel like you were training for the Amazing Race back when you were the guy that competing and stuff. So just comment on that.
Yeah. So what's really funny is like the beginnings of our Amazing Race training was kind of like the start of being in quarantine. We were away traveling at the time, and heard that we were cast on the show. So basically, a 2.5 month trip that we had planned got cut completely short. We were like, time to go home. We had to like cancel everything and come back home. And then as soon as we got home, like we had been working out, for, I don't know, kind of ongoing. But as soon as we came back with the mindset of like, we have to prepare ourselves really hard for this. So our training for the Amazing Race involved us doing like a lot of physical workouts and training with different trainers and activities, which is kind of like right now, I think part of what we wanted to do while we were in quarantine was to really make sure that we were like still physically really well, like to be able to fight off any infection if we had caught it. Also, our physical activity, or my physical activity, is really tied to my mental and emotional well-being. So we got started on a workout plan. I had also been training for a half marathon. So that continued going into quarantine. So that kind of like the physical workouts really are the foundation of our days right now. They're kind of our priority, which is like totally the same as when we were training on the Amazing Race. I think also our relationship, like when we were training for the Amazing Race, our relationship was a really big focus, like being able to talk through any issue, being able to resolve anything that came up really quickly was a really big focus when we were training for the Amazing Race. And it is right now too, so that, well, it always is. I should say it always is. But right now, you know, we don't want to be stuck in a loop where we're getting frustrated at each other or anything like that. So we've really tried to keep communication as open as possible and to talk through anything that comes up when it comes up. I don't know, we were just like really, really focused during that time. And I think that like staying focused on our physical and mental well-being right now is very similar in that way.
Yeah, we were finding like lots of like random fun things to do too, that like part of our training, I guess you would say, that we would like the kind of doing like now, like, you know, we were like learning every single you know, country of the world, or every city that we could, like, we were just like doing all these mind games and like really fun activities, just trying to keep like as sharp as we could. And like even like learning how to like tie knots and like cut fish and like all these like random things that were really fun to do. And we just were like, well, we might as well just do that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like right now we are also you know, like making the time, like we have the time, so we're taking that time to like, you know, like with one day, I think it was, we built a 1,000-piece puzzle in the day. We were just like, let's just do that. Let's just do this together and do something that we haven't ever done together. You know, playing like lots of games and lots of, you know, like stuff like that. So
yeah, we're still like very competitive between each other. So we've had some like very heated like Nintendo matches, and even the puzzle, like
I'm winning, by the way, on the Nintendo match.
Definitely
Just
the winner at Nintendo. But like even the puzzle, like it was like we were competing together, but like we were like, we have to get this puzzle done today, like 10 hours. And even in like the last hour, it was like, get it together. And
for no reason.
It was just for fun. And it was a lot of fun. Like we were really focused. We didn't really eat or anything that day. Just did our stuff.
Yeah.
So
anyway, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Have there been any like marathons that are coming up that are going to happen online? Or?
Yeah, so I was training for a half marathon since the end of December, and I then when it got canceled, the in-person half marathon got canceled. I really didn't want to give up my training. I find the training schedule really helpful for me to commit to physical activity. So I actually ran it on Sunday. Jackie dropped me off in Mimico, and I ran the Lakeshore Path first thing in the morning from Mimico to the beaches, which was a half marathon. And I had thought that it was going to be really hard for me without the energy of the crowd, because I really love the energy on race day. But I ran a faster time than I ever have before, which was super awesome. I felt really good about that. And it was really positive seeing other people running, and, you know, people smile at each other. Everyone is kind of in the same place, but happy to be outside. And then we're running a virtual 10K on Sunday. So that's for support of Camp Ooch, which is a camp for kids who have cancer. And that's a fundraiser run that we've run before. And again, although it's been canceled in person, now it's a virtual run. So we run it on Sunday, and then what that means is we log in and kind of submit our times, but it was always for fun anyway. I don't think that either of us, like, we like running. I like running. I don't know if Jackie likes running. Do you like running?
Do I like running? Well, I run. I don't know if it's something I love to do, but I do it. I don't know. I get up and I do it. And I go out.
Yeah.
I've been slowly getting into running because that's the only pretty much exercise I can really do out of weight now. So I've been slowly getting into it.
Hey, that's good. As long as you do it little by little, I feel like it does get better. I don't know. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and I still, I don't love it as much as Laura. That's for sure. She's just like, she's like running on a treadmill or like outside and just like so happy, like biggest smile. Like, I'm so excited to be running.
I don't know. Okay. That's a little bit of I'm not like so happy to be running. I love the rush that running brings me. But at the same time, I do, like, it is hard for me to get my butt out of bed sometimes and like actually go and do it. But I find it like very rewarding, and I feel like just small little steps, like every time I start a new cycle, and like feel like I'll never be able to run the distance, and then, you know, slowly building day after day, that's when I find that it builds the confidence, and then, you know, you get stuff done.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah.
I think there was just a local one here in Kingston that was just for a charity for the hospital, and everybody went sort of in the neighborhood, so they did the 2K or 5K, or they got a 10K, and then they just uploaded the time and like a picture of themselves.
Yeah, I think that's a really great way for people to be included on runs, and it's really inspiring to me to see a bunch of new runners out on the roads. You know, like, I have been there. I have definitely, when I was first even thinking about doing any long distance running 3 years ago, like, I couldn't run 5 minutes. I, like, even to this day, half the time that I come back and like my face is like beet red, and like I'm sweating from every part of my body, and it's like I'm a total wreck. And so it's like really inspiring to see other people in that position and know that it's like, you know, it's hard for us. Like, it's hard to run, and the fact that it's essentially free, we can just run outside our house, and like more people are getting into that. I think that that's awesome, and I can't wait to see those people doing more fundraising, doing more races, you know, just kind of coming together in the future.
Yeah. But finally, just how are you two doing? Personally for all of this and stuff, are you? We're not like a month into it, so I just wanted to see how, like, personally, mentally.
Yeah. How are you doing mentally?
Today I'm doing good. Definitely there's been a lot of ups and downs throughout the last couple of months, but more ups. I mean, like, more, I've for the last like 3.5 years, I've been very much like on a day, like in my mind, like a one day at a time kind of mentality that really has shined, I guess, for me during this time. So I'll kind of, you know, if I'm having a bit of a bad day, or if I feel like I'm not doing anything productive, or just whatever is going on in my mind, I just really try to just think positive and just not let those thoughts get the better of me, and just go, I don't know, just do something different, go out for a walk, go for a run, just like work out, just do anything to get my mind out of that. And then obviously it's really like that the sun's starting to shine now. That definitely helps. But overall, I mean, we have a lot of like, we're both creative people. We both work in like media and entertainment and stuff. So we have a lot of things to entertain ourselves in our house. You know what I mean? So I mean, like we can like I'm gonna do a live show. Like I'm gonna play a live show next Wednesday. So we're like like I've been like playing a bunch of like guitar and like writing and stuff to like gear up to that. Laura's gonna help do the tech side of that. Like we've been doing lots of we've been like making like lyric videos and like just doing lots of actual like creative stuff that we have at the house. So I mean, we have a lot of things that can keep us entertained for sure and keep our minds continually working. Like I have not worked, you know, since this has started, since like my main job is a musician and like I play shows in like more of like a corporate rock band. So obviously all of the corporate events that I would be working at have been canceled. So just trying to keep something going on, like in, you know, mentally was really, really a good thing. And I mean, I don't know, I feel like I like being at home for sure. I mean, I like the comfort of everything, but it is a bit, the things that I find hard is not, you know, seeing family and like we have 2 nephews and a niece and like not being able to like go hang out with them as much as we were, and things like that are really more, those things affect me more. But again, we are very blessed that we have, you know, FaceTime and like Zoom and all of these options. Like it's pretty incredible. So really, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like definitely the ups and downs. And I think one of the things that has helped me or given me perspective is that if I am, you know, having a lot of feelings, anger, sadness, grief over what I thought, I guess, or what was going to happen these couple of months, it's just like kind of just acknowledging that in myself, and allowing myself to be sad. Like I've been pretty upbeat and positive, and have had a lot of moments of like sheer gratitude. But when I have been sad, I kind of just realized like what that's taking on me, and kind of given myself more space during that time or during those days or whatever. Yesterday was definitely one of those days. And I wasn't completely myself, and I realized that there was a lot of stuff going on in it, and I didn't really try to like change it right away, which in the past I would have kind of just been like, oh yeah, like whatever, just fake it through it, who cares. But you know, there's a lot of stuff going on so right now, and I wanted to acknowledge my feelings, and that helped, that, you know, allowed me to give myself that space, take my time. Yesterday went for a nice walk in the evening with the dog, and you know, today I'm not feeling that way, and I can say that, you know, maybe that's working for me, but at least it felt like I was honoring myself and being true to myself.
Yeah, so just take day by day. Think if you need a good day to relax, just to do nothing, it's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me today. It was good to see you too. And I think the last time I saw you was at the Amazing Race.
Yeah, it's been a while that we've seen you, and you know, it's awesome to see all the work that you're doing and able to like still move forward in television and video and stuff. That's awesome. I'm really proud of you. Totally.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.